Right. uh, mic was set wrong. That's nice. Thanks, Windows. Hello, viewers. Hello, Phoebe. Enjoy your nothing. It's nothing. Lovely to see you. Must have caught you at an unbusy time. All right, let's just get on with what we're doing today. It's here. This is the rat line. Oh, looks like I might need to reset the chat. Hold on. Turn it back on again. Yeah, I gotta refresh the... Oh, thank you. Lovely to see you. What we're gonna do here today is I'm gonna finish resetting the chat, because... there we go. It works. Let's go into the game. This is what I've been playing for the last few weeks. The Rat Line. A game where we track down escaped Nazi war criminals, and then stuff will inevitably happen to them once we pass that information on. We found a few at this point. Yeah, Uzi? Yeah? What? What, Uzi? What? What? No!
Ooh,
Why hasn't it worked? Well, the thing didn't come up, but I know what's supposed to happen. So I'm gonna go do it. Off we go! Oh, the thing still isn't working properly there. Lunges! Well, I've got to do a bunch of lunges. Well, alright then. Two. Three. Four. Five. Swap round. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Right. Right.
Have a drink.
Back we go.
Get up!
Uzi, need to stop playing the video game, Uzi. Okay. Oh. Posture good. Thanks for redeeming Super Nothing. It's nothing, but it costs more. Anyway. Two cases left. Okay, well, we're here in our office. Still raining. It's always raining. I'm happy with the radio as it is set. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, we've got 4. Hey, dog. Mr. Perlman, this case strikes at the heart of the Hoffman operation. You are looking for 4 fugitives, including mother and daughter Liesel and Eva Hardenberg. All are believed to be up to illegal activity currently. Our sources have alerted us to a suspicious art auction in Amsterdam concerning the work of Rothberg. We have reason to believe that 2 of the paintings are forged, and 1 is stolen art. All of this somehow ties to the Hoffmans. Please look into it. Best of luck. Okay, so I start with nothing. Great. Well, I've got a art exhibition that I can look for, I suppose. Concerning the work of Rothberg. Okay, let's have a look for Rothberg. Okay, we've got a load of Rothberg paintings. Let's have a look. Well, I'm going to pin all of these to our evidence board. And then we can take a look at them. So these are all images licensed by Hofberg's auctioneers. Let's go back into our files and look for, in a previous case, look at the Hoffman's business stuff. Evidence is where I'm going. Hoffman's corporate structure. Let's take this. Wait. Let's just look through this one, because there's fuckloads of stuff about the Hoffmans in this case, which is kind of what we're looking into. Oops. Okay, they're all there. Back to what we were doing. Okay, so the thing that's doing the auction is not one of these. It's another... I didn't mean to exit that completely. This will probably be very useful to us later. Maybe. Because there's like tons of the Hoffmans are in this photo. So, okay. So I don't have any direct information about the Hoffman auctioneers. But there may be something in my Rolodex, but let's... You know, I'm going to say we'll need this. Oh! Oh! No! Pin this. Pin this. One of the people we're looking for is Eva. And this was a letter from Eva. Okay. We'll have these. This is a guess. But I think that might... I can't remember which one of those Anna was. It was a while ago. Oh wait, I could check the date we sign off. Okay, so if I'm right, this is Eva. But the photo is incomplete, and it's of them much younger than they are now, so that's not terribly helpful. But the symbol might help? I don't know. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, so there might... Okay, check my Rolodex. Hoffman Auctions. Fantastic. 262 641 864. Hello, Hoffman's Auction House, London. Claude speaking. How may I help? Hey, tell me about the auction house, please? Of course. We've only been in existence for the last few months, set up as part of the Hoffman Charitable Foundation. So you're a charity? No, but we donate a sizable portion to charities. What do you sell? We specialize in traditional art, paintings, sculptures, classic works. Who are your big sellers? Actually, we've done brisk business in Ed Spratt's work. Do you know it? I don't, actually. Terrific painter. Worked for the East India Company. Sadly lost at sea. Sea? I see. Tell me about the Rothberg auction. A very successful auction from a collection of galleries. It took a long time to organize. I can send you the program. Please. Did you make a lot of money? We did. Very happily, the appetite for Rothbergs remains undiminished. Who were the buyers? We attempt to remain discreet. Most were anonymous. Only one declared their name. Who was that? Oh, I can't say. Oh, please. Well, all right, but only because they were so tremendously vulgar. A Texas politician. Got a name? Cottrell. Harland Cottrell. Which painting? That I could not say. How do you deal with stolen and forged art? Well, we certainly don't have any of that at Hoffman's. Sure, but I'm sure you do your due diligence. Of course we do. Gosh, you sound like you're from that publisher. Which one? Oh, I forget. They've been peppering us with questions about all this. The one with that English travel writer. The one with the yellow bow tie. Why are they doing that? I don't know. This is a very reputable gallery. So you've never sold anything that was stolen? Say, from Jewish gallerists? Absolutely not. What are you implying? Nothing. My apologies. That's all. Thanks. Take care. Okay, so we've got a transcript and and someone else has been tugging on this thread. Travel writer with the bow tie. I am oh right, and we've got this. Johann Rothberg auction program. Rothberg's entire gallery was purchased from the artist by Simon Smalling in 1910. Smalling's estate was sold in 1931 following the death of the dealer in the infamous Cork Street robbery. Also an interesting time for that to happen. This represents the largest mixed gallery collection of Rothbergs in the world. Okay, so we've got some knowledge and provenances. So these two were in Barlow's. This was in Rose Street Gallery in Amsterdam. This was in Clement Valois during the war. Then Barlow's afterwards. This was in Tremaine's Boston. Okay. Okay, I've got a few threads to pull here. I need to check my prior cases, because it might be who I'm thinking of. Travel writer with... I need to see his picture. Is this the one? There he is! There he is again! Once again, this photo proves very useful to a case. This is the third time this particular photo has been useful. Okay, so... there we go. Bernardo Publishing. Let's talk to them again. Bernardo Publishing, this is Simon speaking. How can I help you? How about the Rothberg auction? Very fishy, if you ask me. We are examining for stolen art, as well as cases of work being passed off as Rothberg. Forgeries? Exactly. It might surprise you, but there are several instances of Nazi painters forging Jewish work. Anyone in particular? The most notorious, particularly for Rothbergs, is known as the Little Man. What do you know about him? Very little. Actually. We're still investigating his modus operandi. The only thing we suspect is that he places the same symbol or object in all his paintings. What is it? Still working that out, I'm afraid. Apparently he's done it since childhood. Quite a tick. Makes him quite recognizable. You might be surprised. The art world is full of idiots. So if you don't know the symbol, what else have you got to go on? We've identified a few of his paintings recently through other means and found they were painted on a type of canvas only found in Bolivia. Oh, really? Yes. How do you find stolen art? Generally, we trace it to the gallery where it ends up. The public isn't that smart, but the gallerists know well. Some even commission the thefts themselves, then wait some time and repackage the work with a new provenance. Any other tips? Well, a lot of this stuff is very insidery. Perhaps take a look within the Hoffman's network for leads. I was just speaking to Hoffman's auction house. They say you've been asking about forgery and stolen art. Sure. Can I ask what your interest is? I have a long-standing interest in the Hoffman's business practices. Oh, you do you? In what sense? I know they smuggled Nazis out of Europe after the war. Ah, yes, the rat lines. Well, there's more to it than just that. How so? It wasn't just people they smuggled out. It was a lot of art as well. We believe the Hoffmans are heavily involved in selling art stolen during the Nazi period. So they're like a fence? Of a kind, but for a very wealthy people. Where does the work go? All over, but a lot of it goes to the States. Same routes as the people. I'll send over an archival photo we have. Thanks. That's all. Thanks. A pleasure. Okay, so we've been sent something else as well. So there's a good chance we're looking at Bolivia again, which is fine, because we've been doing a lot of investigation there in previous cases. We have... Oh, the Siegfried again. EHLH. Okay. Ah, no, we were going to chase up that thing about a robbery, because I figured that was a bit suspicious. There. Cork Street robbery article. Let's have a look. Leading art dealer shot dead in Mayfair raid. Masked men flee Cork Street gallery with single painting. Just one, huh? By Jonathan Weinman, London Tuesday. The prominent art dealer Simon Smalling was shot dead last night during a robbery at his Cork Street gallery, in what police described as a targeted and carefully timed attack. Eyewitnesses said that shortly after 8 p.m, several masked men entered Smalling's gallery while a number of works were laid out on the floor for rehanging. Among them was a substantial portion of Mr. Smalling's Rothberg collection, believed to be worth several £1 million. Mr. Smalling was repeatedly shot as he attempted to intervene. The assailants left the premises carrying only one painting. The identity of the stolen work has not been confirmed. Scotland Yard said that inquiries were continuing. So one painting was stolen then. Let's have a look at our stuff again. Hey, dog. Okay, so given what was said earlier, I think This is, like, extremely premature. But I'm seeing these axe heads and these which look like a H, but it could easily be two axe heads. These might be forgeries. I think I said there was, in my initial thing, there was two forgeries. I'm gonna keep that in as an idea, but I have no real evidence to back that up right now. It's just a feeling. So I'll keep those. Oh yeah, no, I was going to look at other things. Let's look at this. This again. Right. So this is. Yeah. Dying Rose is this. Blue Rose against a feudal background. And tulips. Yellow and orange tulips against an ornate medieval background. So this was in Barlow's. This was in Clement Valois, and then was in Barlow's. This was never in Barlow's, and this wasn't either. So Barlow's might be the... Again, this is extremely premature. But again, we've got 3 suspect paintings, 3 of them in the same place. 2 of them have a symbol that is repeated. Unless I'm just hallucinating, but I think they are the same shape. And then we have 2 that have provenances that do not match the others. Oh, I'm going to look at some prior things again. Yeah, the Siegfried again. Wondering if we were seeing anything like the bus on the photo, seeing if we've seen anything before. Because that's a lot of the same... Yeah, because that's the Siegfried again. These are all in completely different places. Ah. Now, I'm only thinking about this because I used to know a guy called this. But I think, given something Istan Transit, I'm thinking... Alright, not... okay, not that. I mean, I could be in the library, but... I don't know what else would... I think that's an R? Yeah, it's gotta... Alright. I just put transit and then I found... yeah, it was what I thought, but I didn't want to gamble on that. Tristan Transit. Right. New Jersey to Dallas to Phoenix to Las Vegas. And those are marked for Dallas. Okay. Those crates went to Dallas. Gallerists do know their stuff. That's what they said. Let's get the evidence then. Nope. Yeah! This is an answer machine for the Rose Street Gallery. We are currently closed. If you need to reach our director, Geert Hendricks, please try again later. Geert Hendricks. Okay. Okay, they didn't actually give us anything at all, but, well, it did, because it counted as evidence, so I have a name, which I can't really chase down. Ah, yes, I didn't follow this. I didn't follow up on this. A incredibly awful, vulgar politician who was a buyer who was not anonymous. So I could ask them about it. Or find information about them. I don't know. Fuck it, whatever. What? He's dead? The Austin Chronicle. Austin, Texas. Okay. And Texas is where those crates went. State Legislator 47 is found dead. Suicide suspected. Jesse Witkoff, senior reporter. Austin. Harland Cottrell, a Republican member of the Texas House of Representatives, noted for his affable manner and willingness to work with colleagues across party lines, was found dead late Wednesday night in what authorities described today as an apparent suicide. He was 47 years old. The Austin County Sheriff's Department said Mr. Cottrell was discovered yesterday morning in his study. The revolver was recovered at the scene. Officials said there were no indications of foul play, and that a routine inquiry would be conducted. First elected to the legislature in 1956, Mr. Cottrell was a moderate conservative who in recent months drew attention for breaking ranks to oppose a measure to expand oil drilling operations in the Permian Basin. Cottrell set out a new agenda for energy dependency based on his role as the head of the Fossil Fuels Planning Committee, which emphasized preserving key natural areas of the basin. Known for his garrulous good humor and his philanthropy, Mr. Cottrell moved easily in both Republican and Democratic circles at the Capitol in Austin. He and his wife, Suzanne, were active in conservative fundraising and civic events, among them the annual Ford Truckathon and the debutante Magnolia Ball, pictured, benefiting children's hospitals. When catering supplied by Hopper & Co., the Magnolia Ball was also noted for its role in normalizing disabilities. Cottrell, a childhood polio survivor, created its slogan, "Show your scars, heal the world." The ball was organized in collaboration with the Austin Debutante Society, headed up by June Flintock, Grace Abrams, and May McCullough. Mr. Cottrell is survived by his wife Suzanne and 2 children. Funeral arrangements will be announced by the family. The Austin Chronicle thrives on local stories. Got a tip? Call us. That's interesting. I mean, it's a clear puff piece, because... Hey, Val. So that article is saying he's a lovely fella. But given that he's a Texan conservative politician, I don't believe that. At all. Oh, fishing! What do you get? A really useless engine. Well, it's scrap metal, I guess. I mean, maybe they did then. That particular model of engine, which is also the one that Thomas the Tank Engine is based on, was incredibly terrible at every job it was supposed to do. It just wasn't suited for any job. Like, there were already engines that were better than it at everything it was doing. A note about Thomas in particular is that he ended up on the island of Sodor due to just being sent to help with the railway construction on loan, and then there was a bit of a kerfuffle, and basically his paperwork got lost, and then he basically just they didn't want it back, so because they'd forgotten he existed, so Factrol just took him in. And that made him the first engine, despite not being the first one acquired by the railway. The first one acquired was Edward. But Thomas was technically there first. I think I got the order of that right. This is just off the top of my head. I can't remember if I'm not sure in my brain if it was Edward was the first purchased, or but Thomas was there earlier, or if it was Edward who was there first, but Thomas was the first acquired. I can't remember which way round it is. Sorry. But those two were the ones there when the railway was being built. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, I was going to phone the Austin Chronicle. Because they said to phone if they had tips, and I do. Five 515-687-001. Austin Chronicle Newsroom. This is Jesse Witkoff speaking. Got a tip? Hi, my name is Saul Perlman. I'm a private investigator. I'm interested in Harlan Cottrell's death. Alright, shoot. Ah, we got more fishing. What are your thoughts on Harlan Cottrell's death? Hey, you found a friend! What a beautiful friend that you found here. If people want to see that particular friend in a video game, go play the video game QT, where that character is there in that game, and I drew them. I thought it was pretty tragic. I have no idea why the guy might kill himself. Was he unhappy? He seemed pretty alright, though you never can tell with guys like that. They're prone to blackmail. Why? These guys like a bit of vice, plus money. That can be used against them. You see much of that? Well, we've been doing a separate investigation into some strange goings-on at the Good Day Motel. Not too sure what's happening, but word is it might be tied to some political blackmail. Really? I'll send over an undercover picture, plus something else we found at the motel. Might be useful, might not. Thanks. I'm interested in the Cottrell case. What was he like as a person? Harlan was a nice guy. Good old boy, really. How's that? A lot of schmoozing with personalities. Politicians, sports stars, celebrities. But you know, he was a man of appetites. Like what? Oh, you know, a lot of guys with some wealth and power into the finer things. Wine, women, song. Word is, Harlan liked the ladies. See. Not that it's unusual. I don't mind them myself. Swinging bachelor. Ah, yes. Gay as hell. That's all. Many thanks. You're more than welcome. Alright, we've got some evidence. Keep that over there. We've got this. Oh! We've got another of these. Oh ho ho! Back from case 3. Gotta work out that cipher again. Good Day Motel also is a thing to check up on. Okay, I can't phone them. Maybe there's something in the library. No. Alright, let's keep looking at this stuff then. So, this is the motel. Let's have a look at it. Oh! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Excellent! I can work with this. They've got a Solitron system. And I have the system to get into those. Right. Something happened there. Something I need to figure out. Yeah, Uzi? Yeah? Yeah, Uzi? No! Oh, no!
Oh, nasty.
Oh, no! Seriously, I don't know why the alert isn't working for that. I'll have to sort that out at some point. Alright, to the wheel! Oh god, I need to rebuild the wheel at some point. It's a very hack job thing at the moment. Crunches? Oh god, okay. Two. Three. Four. Six. 7. 8. 10. Okay. Get back up now. Ah, fuck. Shit. Ah. 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 Oh. Okay, I got the system where I can read up on people, and I've got a cipher. Let's have a think about this. Do I want to look into that now, or do I want to do the... I mean, entirely reasonable, Omicron. Heatwave is a bad time to do exercise. Okay. Right, so I've got this. I'll go back to that in a minute. I have enough for this right now. This might have been something to do with it. Oh, wait, no. I'm fucking stupid. Big, dumb idiot. It's this. It's this right here. No, Uzi, you frickin' got me an AC unit. I'm good. I'm fine. In here, it is okay. Uzi, you led the campaign. Right, okay, so what does this actually say? He won't play. Please tell May. Don't know what that means, but that's what it says. Okay, let's use the Sonotron. Let's get this up. Okay, so admin girls clients. Okay. A reminder. The following is the most common. System number 100, 85, and... Oh, that's medicine! It's medicine! I'm back, having had medicine. Okay, so that's room 01, that's room 03. And that appears to be the name of the system. I mean, the number. That's the number of the system. Oh, burp. Okay. So let's call. Well, let's listen in on the Sonitron system. 13403 2131. So we're gonna listen in on the girl in the room who's the employee and the client who is there. If this just ends up with a bunch of sex noises, I apologize. So, babe, I'm gonna be gone next week. Do you think I can see you the week after? I'll have to ask Ursula, but I think we can arrange it, sugar. I'll need the hat back, of course. My wife knows I don't leave the house without it. So, Harlan, honey, did you think about what they said? Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Please, I don't want anything to happen. Like what? I'm a senator. What are they gonna do if I decide we actually don't want to drill in the basin? I'm afraid, though, Kurt, the manager out there, he's a tough guy. Oh, you don't need to be. No, in fact, I'm not going to. We'll keep this between ourselves. I'll make sure you win again next year. Well, that sounds just swell. I'll drive you home now. What are you writing? Just a note from myself. Looks like a poem. Cute. Oh! Oh, she wrote it! Same cipher as the Nazi I tracked down in case 3. I see. Alright, I'll keep that in my back pocket. Now, other thing is that this window is open. So I might be able to listen in on here if I'm lucky. Now, because I'm trying to guess who these people are. It might. Okay, they were both admin. So you think the senator will go ahead with changing his vote? He'd better, or else. Good night, Senator. Kurt, I think I should never underestimate you. Oh gosh, this night is so hot. I saw your daughter the other day. She's still here? No, she's out in Austin, comes over on weekends. She's busy running the Debutante Society. That's where she found Sue's... Oh! That's where she found Susan. I don't mean to be rude. Is her condition normal? Oh yes, it's called Rorschach syndrome. It's harmless, just cosmetic. She's always had it? Oh yes. The senator has bought the orchid's painting, I see. A bit of a risk. Perhaps, but Klaus needs money. Ah, Roger's friend. You and him go back? He's my sister's ex-husband. She brought him to Annaliese's wedding. A famous occasion. When she married Helmut. Oh, this is all... Oh, I'm going to have to do some having a look at things after this. Oh yes, very grand, very proper. She got into trouble for wearing pearls, you know. What a fuss. Yes, I think we've got the senator right where we want him. Hope he's currently having fun. Everyone has their poison. You have many friends in the art world? Some. I have an old acquaintance who was in Chile. Friend of Casper. Oh my god, there's all time. Oh, that's another case linking in. Haven't seen him in a while. How did you know him? He was part of the Hoffman extended set. He painted Annie and Eva when they were young. Oh, so he made that painting that I've seen. Okay. Were you a thing ever? Oh, goodness, no. Little ugly thing. I preferred his brother. Tall, dark, wore glasses, very intellectual. Okay, I've got a lot of shit to look into here. Damn. Okay. There's a lot of connections going on. Let's look at this again. Oh my fucking god, it was right there! They're the painter! Okay. Right, let's go into my archives. Back to case 3. Helmut Schlosser. So Helmut Schlosser was the painter. He's the forger. Oh wait, no. I'm getting things mixed up. Someone who was in Chile. Friend of Caspar's. So that's this case. Where's the map? Not the start map, the map. doesn't help. Ah, fuck, that wasn't what I wanted. Uh... So was the painter the Cobra? That doesn't help me out too much, but it is interesting. No, I'm gonna check the interview with Caspar that was had in that one. Let's see. And immediately my eyes go on. He had just been to the funeral of a dear friend earlier that day. David was a brilliant artist. We go back years. Fell in love with a girl once, champion skier who married a terrible man. Never got over it. It was a beautiful service, a tiny church with its back to the mountains. Wonderful. I.e., this place. Which I believe is also this place. David Richmond. That's our artist. There he is. He's dead, but there he is. Okay, so this man is in this picture. He's here. Wearing pearls. We've got a picture. Now, given the paintings that we saw earlier, okay. That's something, at least. It's a distinctive mole, but I haven't seen it. It's a guess. I'll put it in for now. I think it's right. Anyway, I've still got some evidence to find. Another guess. Now that doesn't make any sense. Unless adoption happened, I guess. Yeah, because Liesel and Eva are both in Texas, because that is where their crates were taken. So I'm happy to say that she's Eva. Debutante Magnolia Ball pictured. There's no picture. Unless it's a different article. Oh, and also... the phone call said that the daughter was handling the debutante. There's the senator. There's Miss Magnolia, who was again the person in the motel room, and he fixed it so she won. Ah! There! There you are! Found you. Doesn't tell me what your current name is. Hoping to look for David there. Did not see him. Poke dog. Poke poke. I haven't watched Spider Noir yet. I've acquired it, and I am quite fascinated to see Nicolas Cage be all himself, but as Spider-Man. Watching black and white, of course. Obviously. I saw them, Hick. Also, I put them in our chat about it. I put them there. I don't know, but both are available. I think those 3 sets that have been shown to us look promising enough that I am very upset that half of the sets that year are still going to be Universes Beyond. Because they could just do this. They could just do what they're doing. But it would be fine. It would be great. Could we have more of that, please? God, we get to go back to Kamigawa and have kaiju monsters from Ikoria start propping up, and then we basically get to do Pacific Rim in Magic the Gathering. And it's great, and it looks great. And then we've got actually focusing an entire set on Zalfir. And a bit of follow-on to the fallout of the Phyrexian invasion. And what's left of the Mirrans. And yeah, the under the sea plane, no flying, because it's under the sea. You don't fly. No flying in the entire set. They said there would be something in its place, but anyway. Hmm. Still a piece of evidence. There's still something left. Oh! Oh, it just fucking came to me. Ah, shit. Fuck. Ah. Ah. I'm double checking. Right. Right. Okay. I think I worked out what this means. This was made by the girl in the motel as a cipher when he said he wasn't gonna change his mind on the thing. And the cipher says he won't play Please Tell May. She's May. I got something! He was the planner. She is the planner of the debutante's ball, and she is her daughter. Let's check the thing again. June Flintock, Grace Abramson, May McCullough. And she is in Austin. Wait, I fucked it up. That's the wrong way around. Shit. That's because they wrote this the different way round than this way round. I felt so smart for a moment. I felt smart, but then I did something incredibly stupid. Wait, no, she's not May. She is May McCullough in Austin, but the photos are the wrong way round. So you're you. And you're you. Right. So I've got one person. I found them. I got one person. What else can I do? I mean, they're also in Austin and in McCullough. That's really obvious. Oh, and she was called Ursula in the first recording we got. Right. We've got those two. Or is she? Because, yeah, she travels. She doesn't. Where's the motel? Oh, the transit was not to Austin, it was to Dallas. Okay. I think we have them now. Now I have no fucking idea who Klaus would even are. Now Klaus. Oh wait, no. Wait. Not this conversation. The other one. The other one. Klaus needs money. He had the orchid painting. The orchid painting was here. It was in Rose Street Gallery, Amsterdam, which is which I phoned earlier. It was an associated. It was associated with the Hoffmans. When did the robbery take place? That doesn't tell me. Is that blood? Or is it supposed to look like that? It wouldn't be that red if it was blood. been a while. Oh, and it's... Yeah, no. I already know who... I already figured out that Klaus was this guy. And that's why this is evidence. Need to go back into my prior cases again. I need that photo. There he is again. And the pearls. No, there he is. Is there anything said in the... Alright, not much there. Let's pin this. Might need it later. Yeah, so it was owned by the Rose Street Gallery. And we know who the director of it is. And it can't be sold by someone who isn't the director of the gallery. So he is Geert Hendricks. And because he is there, he is in Amsterdam, because that is where it is. Got it. We got this guy. So that means I need more evidence to know who I'm even looking for. Yeah, alright, give me a hint. Do I need to look up the condition? Rorschach's it. Okay, I do need to look it up. I was just going, okay. Long-term development of symptoms. So it starts as sort of veiny, then it gets splotchy later in life. Which fits with this painting. Really? I know that. I know that. Oh, fuck. I mean, is it just that he is the painter that I'm looking for? Is that who I'm looking for? Alright, let's assume this is the guy I am looking for. He was going under the name David... I need to look at the thing again. It was in, like, case 6 or something. David Richmond. And he is in Santa Crista because he is dead. Santa Covina because he is dead. Oh, no, wait. No, wait, no. That's not where the church is. It's in Kiru. Now, he was said to be a little man, and he was part of the extended family, and he did not like that some... Well... Well, there we go! I solved the case! To whom may it concern, I have identified the 4 fugitives. The mother and daughter are Ursula and May McCullough. They live in Dallas and Austin, Texas. There they run a blackmail and honey trapping operation which has led to the death of a notable politician. The Klaus Hart pseudonym is Geert Hendricks. He runs the Rose Street Gallery in Amsterdam, is the owner of a stolen Rothberg painting taken in the Cork Street robbery. Albert Kunst goes by David Richmond. He is buried in Kiru. He is responsible for the 2 Rothberg forgeries. The secret icon in all his paintings is a double-headed axe. Dog. Go to bed. Oh, okay. Going all the way back to the first case, huh? Mr. Perlman, your final case. We are looking for the murderer of Archbishop Tura. On successful completion of this case, we will be depositing $10,000 into your bank account. Please do not disappoint us. Okay, we have Italian bishop found murdered, body discovered in front of altar, which I believe is the same friggin'... This is the evidence we had previously. First brutally stabbed to death in the early hours underneath the altar at St. Matthias' Church, Budapest. Authorities have not determined a cause, though the ferocity of the attack may suggest ideological motives. Scrawled above the altar was word "Ratline." Police are continuing to look for leads in the wake of a wave of... Going back to the first. Yeah, it already took this as pinned. And I guess the photo is new. Yeah, the photo is new. Yeah, this is our bill for snoring dog. Dr. Harold Hoffman? Fuck, they're everywhere. Okay, it was found in St. Matthias's Church. Okay, not in the New York Library. Yeah, they're in the Rolodex. Yes. Let's phone them. Hello, St. Matthias Church. This is Elsa Chapdelaine. Delaine? Oh no. Speaking. Hello, Elsa. My name is Saul Perlman. Looking into Bishop Tura's death. So many months after? I thought the police inquiry was closed. I'm pursuing the matter privately. Could I possibly ask you some questions? I doubt I have anything that I didn't already tell the police, but of course I will help. How did you know Bishop Tura? I had been working with him for many years. He was originally a priest in Rome. I had taken my vows and was due to join the monastery at St. Agostino's. But you never joined? He was very insistent. He convinced me to stay and do his books. I always had a talent for numbers. In time, I managed all elements of the church and moved with him to Budapest. This was just after the war? What was Rome like back then? It was a pretty wild place. Not that I had much time for wildness. It was an unoccupied city teeming with all sorts of people. Refugees, spies, Nazis. Now, Mr. Perlman, it doesn't pay to be rude. I know nothing about that, and it is never polite to ask what private views people hold. Being a Nazi isn't a private view, Miss Chapdelaine. Well, it certainly wasn't my business. What was Bishop Tura like as a man? He was a man of great passions, a true humanitarian. He spent considerable time working for the Red Cross. Arranging passports? Exactly. He sank countless hours into helping people in dire need leave the country for opportunities abroad. Have you ever heard of the Siegfried? That is not one I know. Is that a passenger ship? It is. Well, I don't know it. Did you see anything suspicious on the night of his death? Mr. Perlman, I have already told this story so many times. Just once more, please. Okay, my room is at the back of the church. All day the bishop seemed unusually tense. He was pacing back and forth a lot. Did he say what he was tense about? No, but he had a bag packed. I assumed he was going on some short-term mission work. Was that usual? Less than it used to be. When we were in Rome, he was always disappearing off on short trips to Europe, America, Argentina particularly. So what happened next? I had been helping out painting the nave. He wanted it sunshine yellow. That took a few hours. And then I left around 6, leaving the bishop in his study. He was busy writing something. What happened after you left? I went home to sleep. I was awoken in the middle of the night. By what? A young police officer saying the bishop had been murdered. And you're quite certain you don't know who the bishop was meeting with? Who says he was meeting with someone? Well, if he was tense on the day of his murder, it suggests that perhaps he was meeting someone. Perhaps something went wrong. Oh my, I never really thought about it that way. Come to think of it, there was something very small. What's that? That morning, I was walking down the street to the church. I saw someone and thought that it looked like Daniel. Daniel? He was an American we knew in Rome. I used to see him with the bishop often in Rome. They were at that cafe owned by John. I forget the name. What did he look like? Oh, he always looked the same. Small man, slight, very bold, square glasses. Oh, shit! Okay. Are you sure? No, just a passing thought. Did Bishop Tura keep any weapons on his person? Yes, it might surprise you, but priests were frequently robbed. He kept a short, black-handled knife on him at all times. Is that the same knife he was murdered with? It was. The assailant must have snatched it from him. That's all, Elsa. I have something to say. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna tell the truth. Nah, people need to know. If someone's a fucking Nazi, people need to know. I need to tell you the truth about Bishop Tura. What do you mean? He helped certain people flee the country. Of course, refugees. No, they were wanted men and women. Nazis. What? Tura gave them shelter, found them passports, and sent them to safe places where they could thrive. Mr. Perlman, I can hardly believe what I am hearing. This is a man who I had known for 25 years. I am sorry to be the one to tell you. I can't say anything. I feel totally broken. You will pardon me, I must go. Elsa, I have to tell. You have to tell. Okay, we've got a lot here. We've got a lot here. Now, there was a they mentioned a cafe. And I've got a big list of businesses and Hoffman businesses. I believe it was in the 3rd case. And we have in Rome a cafe owned by John Smith. Okay, so we have a cafe owned by John Smith. Can I find anything about it? It's Cafe 405. Let's see if they're in the Rolodex. That they are. Cafe 405, are you looking to make a booking? I'm afraid not. I'm looking to speak with John. Hang on a second, I'll get him. John Smith, manager, how can I help? Hello, John. Sol Perlman, calling about Daniel and Bishop Tura. Aha! I was wondering when this day would come. Shoot. Who is Daniel? Daniel, that's his code name, was a spy. He worked for the Americans in Rome. He used to meet contacts here, including Bishop Tura. Or as I knew him, Vincenzo. Do you know his surname? No, he was always Daniel to me. I called DH once, though. What did he and the priest meet about? I didn't know at the time, but they were meeting about some of the people in Tura's care. Choir boys? I think we both know what that means. This was Rome in the 40s. Nazis. What did Daniel have to do with that? He was looking to recruit them. As what? Spies. For who? Gosh, you are a bit simple, aren't you? The Americans, of course. Daniel was CIA. Did the Nazis come by with them? Frequently. They needed to straighten out paperwork. Who did you see? Well, there was a very beautiful girl with her husband. I recognize her straight away, of course. And if you're worth your salt, you know who I'm talking about. I do. Though I must be careful what I say around here. This is a Hoffman property now? It is! Irony of ironies. I, however, remain unchanged, part of the furniture. And yes, John Smith is my real name. Who else did you see? Oh, a litany of criminals. Stormer, Moreau, the whole damn bunch. Old Vinny could certainly pick them. How so? Just about the worst of the bunch. Rich as well. I'm sure Vinny did it out of the kindness of his Nazi heart. But there was a lot of money changing hands. He took payment? Oh, for sure. Tura got paid twice. Once by the Nazi fugitives, again by the CIA. What can I say? Priests around here love money. Even more than helping Nazis? Why choose? Have you seen Daniel recently? I have. Daniel came by several months ago, a few weeks before old Vinny was offed. Seems he'd had a change of heart. Change of heart? Well, he dropped off some documents with me, said to wait until the time was right. They speak for themselves. Will you send them to me? Can you put them out there? I can. Seems like he'd become estranged from his former employer. He no longer works for the CIA? So it would seem. Quite cut up about the whole venture. How so? Like I say, I think he'd come to believe the whole venture was wrong. I could have told him that back then for free. Do you know where he is now? My feeling is, if Daniel wants you to find him, he'll show you the way. I need a little more than that. He mentioned visiting some of his past acquaintances. Has your surveillance turned him up anywhere? I don't know. Well, keep looking. He also likes to get in bed with them a little. Intertwine business interests so there's a strong paper trail. What does that mean? Look for any common threads you can tug on. You'll find him. Thanks, I guess. That's all, thanks. Send Daniel my best. Okay, we've got some more evidence. Okay, we've got... let's get rid of those. Memorandum for the record. Subject, Operation Trident. Participants, Operations Deputy Director. Background. In 1945 to 48, significant efforts were made to recruit ex-Nazi fugitives as American agents in order to stop the incursion of communism into Western Europe. This was largely headed by my team in Rome, with significant success. Operation Trident, however, was never disbanded, and still serves to protect these agents far beyond reasonable measures. Thesis. As the key proponent of Operation Trident, I served my country at a time of pressing need. However... Yeah. I served my country at a time of pressing need. It is incumbent on us to start revealing our role in protecting war criminals and murderers. Not only have we protected the children of powerful families, such as the Hoffmans, but also enriched and empowered very vicious killers, such as Stormer, Schroeder, and Moreau. Finally, we have turned a blind eye to contemporary crimes committed by our agents, including the murder of a senator. It is my view that the entire program must be disbanded immediately, with materials released to Congress for scrutiny. If this does not come to pass, I will be forced to rely on established measures beyond the agency's control. This matter must be settled. Deputy Director. List of Operation Trident operatives. All were recruited by Deputy Director with the assistance of Bishop Vincenzo Tura, Ralph Schultz, Fritz Schultz, Wolfgang Fischer, Annelies Hoffmann, Helmut Schlosser, Caspar Hansen, Einer Stormer, Nico Schroeder, Patrice Moreau, Eva Hardenberg, Leisel Hardenberg. All have been protected from judicial process in accordance with the Nuremberg Articles. It is time for this to end. Okay, he's the one who's been giving me all of these things. Damn it. Okay, let's go back here again. Is there information about Daniel here? Small man, slight, very bold, square glasses. Okay, that's something. That's something to work with. Let's go look at some photos. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. There was something back in one of the prior cases. The hotel case. Because there were... The CIA were going to interfere in this, but didn't. But ended up, and it was there. They were looking at the operatives who were coming here. The CIA, were looking into this, so they were present. Let's look at some Let's look at some. Let's see what we've got. Hello! We've got a man. There he is at the very edge of the shot. And we have Daniel H. as a guest in the hotel. Okay. Let's see. If he was there, then we potentially can look at if he was talking to anyone. In the hotel. Maybe we can get a Sonotron call. Okay. Now, what did this say again? 304. Room 304. Ugh. Now, as I recall, it's a default system. It says it's a default system. So, back to the... Yeah. So the participants in the room are just 01, 02, 03, 04, whatever. They have Sonoton system. And the system is 251, so if he is in 304, 4, which the number would be 34. So that is 251 3401. Yes! We've got something. Hello, this is Hopper. Hopper! Daniel Hopper. Calling in observation on Schroeder. We have a chance to eliminate him. What do you mean what do you mean it's cancelled? This is our opportunity. Valued asset? Valued for what? You can't be serious. He's right where we want him. Surely there's something going on here. I saw a guy who looked just like him. Perhaps a body double, but it feels off. The guy's too relaxed. Something strange is going down. We could lose him. Alright, I'll keep an eye on him. We have evidence. Let's go back. Hold! Alright. More evidence tracking. Back to here. The lighthouse photo. Okay, I didn't see him about that. This is a CIA operation. And it begins. Snipers decided to eliminate beach guards. Snipers taking for set position. I'm just going to reinforce the sandbags with months after the Air Force bombing. Okay, so that ended up not happening. You know, I didn't have the sonnet on when I had this case. No, I'm getting distracted. Okay, so we know his name is Daniel Hopper. Have I got anything about that? No, that doesn't fucking do it. Let's keep looking through photos. If he's been behind a lot of shit, he might have shown up in others. Yep. Yeah, he did. He's here. He's here again. Pin that. Oh! He's at the Dental Society conference? Oh! Ooh. I see. Hopper and Co. No, no. The decks. And there they are. Hello, Hopper & Co., importer-exporter. Hello, I'm looking to speak to Daniel. Daniel, I'm afraid we don't have anyone answering to that name here. My name is Saul Pearlman. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into a murder. Oh my, that sounds quite shocking. I'm looking for a man with an interest in dentistry, bus tours, and the maritime industry. Sounds like quite a gentleman. He wrote a letter that he left with a friend. I've read it. I see. I've been chasing down Bishop Tura's rat line. All criminals. This, though, is different. Why is that? You tell me. Who are you? Well, I suppose now is the time. My name is Daniel Hopper. Your code name? That is all I can give for now. I worked for the American government for 30 years. I served as a signals officer, and then, after the war, was stationed in Rome, where you recruited Nazis. Yes, I did. Why did you do that? After the war, Stalin and the Russians were threatening to move into Western Europe. The government was very concerned about stopping them, by any means. Why Nazis? They weren't all Nazis, just the ones on the rat line. Rome was teeming with spies of every nationality. However, prominent Nazis often still possessed strong networks. They could give us information about the Russians. From fighting them? Exactly. So how did you do it? In 1945, I met Father Vincenzo Tura. He was a young, dull priest with a bent for money and a loathing of communists and Jews alike. I found out he was sheltering friends, family, and associates of the Hoffmans. So you arranged to meet. We arranged for them to continue their passage to the Americas in exchange for an ongoing supply of information. In doing so, you accused them of crimes such as murder. We did. Regrettably. I don't want to say it was a different time. But you will. I make no excuses. It was deplorable. Why did you have a change of heart? Today, look at us. We fought so hard, and yet the fascists are out in the streets again. We had not only protected these people then, but continued to protect them, including ignoring their crimes. Annalise Hoffman murdering her husband, the murder of Harland Cottrell, Raina Wilson, Cyril Lampton, not to mention the misery visited upon entire countries by those Nazi heads of police. You realized we had gone too far. Yes, we had lost our way and become the enemy. So you drafted your letters to the CIA. I sent them. The next day I was dismissed. I feared immediately for my life. But before I left, I destroyed their ratline files. Their identities and locations? Yes, so no one could use them, at least until I told the world. What happened to Bishop Tura? After I was fired from the CIA, I passed some of my papers to my close friend John at Cafe 405. I then went to see the bishop. What did you want to say to him? I wanted to convince him to release the rat line to the authorities. When I arrived, it was just after dusk. He was pacing in front of his altar, clearly agitated. What happened then? I had brought the rat line written down with me. I spoke with him briefly. I pleaded with him. Instead, he pulled a knife on me. Why? He knew that if I went public, it would be the end of him. It was me or him. You struggled. We did. In the struggle, I grabbed the knife from him. He came at me and I stabbed him. He fell at the foot of his altar. So then what happened? I was overcome with anger. I took the list, placed it against his chest, and drove the knife in. There was a tin of paint nearby. I took up the brush and painted the word rat line above the altar. You wanted to spread the word. I did, to no avail. Someone got there first. They got the list. Your employers. Who are they? You tell me. You expect me to believe you? That you didn't just murder him in cold blood to cover your tracks or exact your version of justice? It is all I can offer. Funny, isn't it, how he ended up murdered so theatrically? They say the Lord works in mysterious ways. Divine judgment, perhaps. I suppose that makes you Azrael, then, not Daniel, an avenging angel. I suppose so. So what happens now? Well, Saul, either you believe me or you don't. If you want to hand me into your masters, you can tell them my name, Daniel Hopper of Chicago. I'm sure you have a photo or three. And if I don't, if I believe you, tell them that I am Alfred Campbell of Baltimore. Same photos. Then what? If you take my side, we can get down to some real work. It'll be dangerous, but we can finally bring justice to those who deserve it. Hunting down Nazis? Of course. And if I hand you in? Well then, you can take your master's pay packet and go back to your regular life. For a while, at least. Goodbye. Good day, Mr. Perlman. Oh. I see. No deductions required today. I have all the information. You know what? While I'm here, I'm going to go back to that thing I was thinking about. It's not actually going to matter. But, there was definitely a conversation going on in... I remember something about... So we know things were mixed up. He was supposed to be in 302, but he was in 301. And he met his bodyguards there. They probably had a conversation. Did they do this? Did they put this in just for me to find? They did. Enter. Sir, we're here to escort you. Oh yes, and what do you call yourself? Sir, this is Ramon. My name is Louis. We are replacing Raul and Gaspar. Raul and Gaspar, remind me, please? Your old bodyguard, sir. But of course. Well, let's hurry along. Time not for waiting. Let me just get into character. Right, you little pigs, let's head off. Where first? Wherever you want, sir. Let me just check this. Do you know the fun fair? The one in the harbour? Yes, let's head there. Quick march! That doesn't help me in this case. Well, let's put it this way. I do believe him. And look, I'm not gonna send this guy to the CIA to be assassinated. That's not happening. Not doing it. So, I'm gonna go get the picture, and I'm gonna say, not that. But he is Alfred Campbell of Baltimore. I don't need $10,000 from the CIA to protect Nazis, thank you very much. To whom is certain, I've got your man. Go to bed. It's done. I found them all. I need to stop, though. The whole thing was a CIA operation. We can't go any further. It's too dangerous. We know. You do? Yes, we are the CIA. What? We are the same people who worked for the director until he changed his mind. So you're not hunting Nazis for justice? No. Our deputy director destroyed their files. You helped recover the assets. This is a complicated world, Saul. We have our interests like anyone else. Hey, don't you talk to me like I'm chopped liver. You used me. We did what we had to. Our director turned his back on the mission. Unfortunately, his new vision did not align with ours. We see value in maintaining our prized assets. But why me? Why didn't you look for them yourselves? We needed clean hands. Plus deniability. You're despicable. Perhaps. Perhaps. So what happens now? What happens to the people I tracked down? They will likely be reintegrated into the US espionage program or else eliminated. This isn't it. You've not heard the last of me. I'll tell the world. And who'll believe you, Mr. Perlman? You're just a washed-up detective with a dog and a few sad stories. Jesus. No, Mr. Perlman, just us. Sleep well. Oh, there's us! Ah! And there's the guy. Hello, Saul. Ready to get to work? Well, damn! That's it. Well, damn. That was a hell of a game. And this is the credits. Just these 5 people, and then these testers. Okay, yeah, none of them are pulling double duty as devs and testers, which is good. Because, frankly, you always need fresh eyes on these things. So, Tim Scheinman did the code, design, and audio. Dylan Foreman made the art. Andy Berskins made the animation. And Celia Bayliss and Will Ackerman did additional design support. Which, in my brain, goes, hey, bounce ideas off this. What will work? What would work here? And also, like, case. Also, like, making the cases intricate and... yeah. Then we got these, Andrew Bruckner, Chris Field, Jess Geyer, Anthony Parry-Jones, Kevin Wickenden, Robin Ward, Jeremy Johnson, Oliver Golden, and NSIDK. And that's the rat line. There's a picture of the CIA here. I pressed it. It leads to a PDF on the CIA's website about German nationalist and neo-Nazi activities in Argentina. Approved for release in the year 2000. Damn. It's just here, huh? Well, isn't that fascinating? Damn, this thing's long. 61 pages. Oh, and some of it's still redacted, of course. Oh, wow, there's some big blocks here of, nope, can't let you know about that one. Well, I think that's that. Hello, Mary. We literally just finished the game. Yep, we finished it. I was just looking at the declassified CIA documents that are linked now that I have completed the game. That shows all of the CIA activities involving Nazis in Argentina. From the actual CIA website, because it's a real document. Anyway, I think I got the good ending. Because the bad ending would have been, the bad ending would have been giving up the, guy to, the CIA and just taking their money and running. Oh, I mean, the CIA clearly is doing a load of evil shit, because they've always done evil shit. They've always done it. And then later on gone, yeah, we did it. Like, decades later. And then they release something else, something heinous that they did. I think, like, bad things should happen to the CIA. Yeah, it's so weird that every time a country in the world decides to become a socialist state, they immediately jump in to sabotage it and create a fascist totalitarian regime that's aligned with American interests. Wow, what a shock this keeps happening. And has always kept happening. And there are documents saying that they have kept doing this. And they just keep doing it. It's almost like they're interested in protecting American global dominance. I don't know. Anyway, that's all for the rat line. I'll have to find something else to do next week. I do have some candidates. I picked up something else quite recently, which is a bit of an outlier. But I can't do that on Twitch. That's against TOS. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I won't do it live. Legally, this is a joke. Anyway. Blah. Oh, I didn't change the chat over to the new chat on this screen. I need to do that. I'll do it right now. Fuck it, I need to do it. I'll do it immediately.
Die Nacht ist eus gesternt und der Frost der rot gebrennt. Sie gedenkst du, wie ich hab dich gelernt, halten a Speier in die Hand, a Moide, a Pelzel und a Bär.
There's the chat object. Copy that. Get out of studio mode. Go slap it in. Paste reference. Put it over where the other one is. And then disable the original. And make things a bit confusing by me going to the other screen and pasting it here as well. And also, because I know I'm going to need it on Sunday, Look, I know how my brain is. If I don't do it now, I'll forget about it.
I'm Todd Howard, Toddhoward.
I know I've let you down. I've been a fool to myself. I thought that I could live for no one else.
If you're talking about a lot of sources, this has got a lot of sources. There's a lot of sources here.
To respect the ones you love me more than any.
Anyway, back to here, where we should be. Okay, well, that's the end of the rat line. We have done things involving making sure, well, to be in the end, we didn't end up causing any Nazis to die. But we are now in a position where we are able to. We were tracking down Nazi war criminals, but unfortunately it was for the CIA, so they could reintegrate them into their system. However, we now have a deputy director who defected, who is working with us to actually hunt down Nazi war criminals. Anywho, let's find somewhere to go. Well, there's Pank. There's Pank.
Heat of dem seines Karawan. Gezielt, geschossen und getroffen. Hat ihre kleinen Pistol an Eutawa Fulinker mit den Waffen verhalten hat sie mich.
I'm happy to take that as the yeah, I'm certain I will not have a problem with doing this as my raid message. Destroy the CIA. I'm sure that's not going to be a problem at all. Not an issue. Tomorrow, I believe there is Star Wars RPG. I will be on Pank's channel for that as my incredibly depressed, self-loathing Jedi. And then Sunday, we're back with Chaotic Awesome and we're going to be playing Skyrim. It'll be great. Yeah, then stuff will happen next week as it does. Right, farewell, you lovely people, you Antifa super soldiers. Kill the president.